Mateo and Brian are trying to work on a tractor engine, but things seem to get out of hand because both of them have a lot to worry about. Lucas finds out about Julieta's reaction in Sarah's room, and he also finds out about the breakup between Juan and Julieta, and he thinks that he left her for Sarah. Meanwhile, Sarah gets Juan to her house and rushes to open the door. She picks up the envelopes on the floor before Juan sees them and hides them. She tells him how they lived here with her mom and blah blah blah. Juan asks if the old man visited more often, and she tells him that not much, just once in a while, but when he came it was memorable and unforgettable. Juan tells Sarah about how he loved the old man because he rescued Pedro and him and gave them a family. On the contrary, Sarah felt left out and abandoned because the adopted brothers made her not have a perfect family. They both confess that they are not happy, and Juan tries to touch her hand to make her feel better, but she pulls her arm and tells Juan that they need to go. Complicated creatures, she asked Juan to come and now they should leave. Paloma and Beatriz have the girl talk. Every woman has her loyal devil friend who they confess their sins to, even you. They tell each other about their problems, and when Beatriz is trying to explain about Pedro doing a DNA, Cornelio enters and asks Paloma to take Tadeo out. He wants to talk to Beatriz. Cornelio asks her why she had a fight with his brother. Beatriz tells him to stop calling that man his brother, yet he wants to take their son from them. Cornelio is still in the woods. The dude is not getting anything. Rosa is getting ready to go play golf when Julieta gets home and tells her that Juan broke up with her, but she only worries about the wedding preparations. Julieta seems to care about Juan's love, which apparently is being stolen from her by Sarah. Prospero tells Deborah that they need to break up because he's married. Deborah cries and hugs him, and she tells him that she loves him and ends up borrowing him money for Sarah's debts. Juan and Sarah arrive at the ranch and they are being waited by Lucas and Modesto. Lucas wants to talk to Sarah and Modesto wants to speak to Juan. Lucas takes Sarah to the chapel and asks her if she's the reason why Juan broke up with Julieta. He also asks her if she's interested in Juan. That's in front of Severiano's ashes, that is, she has to tell the truth. Lucas asks Sarah to confess if she is interested in Juan, and she tells him that Juan has awakened her old self and she just wants to feel alive again. Lucas pushes on, asking if she loves Juan or not. Modesto confronts Juan, asking him what is going on between him and Julieta. He reminds him that his late dad always wanted him to be a man of his words, and in this case he gave his word to Julieta's parents. Juan remembers the moment when Severiano told him that he should choose a woman he'll have for life and not for just the moment. Juan finishes it by telling Modesto that Julieta is not the love of his life. Beatriz is trying to explain how she feels bad with Pedro being around Tadeo. Cornelio doesn't really understand why that is. He believes that Pedro is his brother, therefore even if Tadeo was to be his son he wouldn't have taken him away from them, and he spoils Tadeo because he's the only nephew he has, unless Beatriz is hiding something from him. He gets mad and asks what is it. She ends up confessing to Cornelio that she cheated on him with Pedro del Monte and they were lovers. He slaps her hard across the face. Prospero drops Deborah at the hacienda and the stubborn woman doesn't want to get out of the car. She wants Prospero to open the car door for her like a gentleman would. As soon as they say goodbyes, Rosa arrives in a taxi and asks him what he's doing with Deborah. Deborah manages to make up a lie and all is solved. Prospero wants to leave but he's told to stay as they need to speak to Juan why he broke his proposal to Julieta. Modesto advises Juan to tell Julieta the truth since he is saying that he doesn't really love her. He feels like he has just been caring towards her but love was absent. Modesto understands but also acknowledges that Julieta will be hurt, but anyway it is what it is. Juan feels sorry for himself on how his life is so complicated that he misses the times when Severiano was around. Things were a little bit easier. Modesto tells him that he's always here for him as a second father. They hug happily. Juan feels like he's at the same place with Sarah, like he and Sarah have been somehow isolated from the other brothers because he is their leader and also the company president. Modesto tells him to take it easy. Later Juan acknowledges that he will talk to Prospero man to man because talking to Rosa will not be a good choice.